Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, depending on where you are listening from today. My name is Joseph Afesu. I am a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional and a certified trainer. I am a mentor and a community contributor. Being a community contributor, I have a lot of persons coming to me to ask for some areas, some career advice, and I have given that to as many that have come to me. But I thought to also reach out to someone who has not got that opportunity, or who is not in my direct connection, and that is I'm going to be speaking about kickstarting your career in cloud computing. So the essential steps that you need to have like a successful career in cloud computing. What are those and what are you supposed to know? I'll first of all introduce you to cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? Is cloud computing having computer in the cloud and then using rockets to go and access it? Obviously, no, it is not you putting your computer in the cloud and you using rockets to go and access it. But cloud computing refers to delivering of computing services over the internet, allowing you for an on-demand access to those resources that you have. Let's say you have those resources there, you can access them from your phone, from your PC, from your tablet, and all of that, and anywhere you find yourself in the world, so long you have access to the internet. So that's what cloud computing basically is. So what is the importance of understanding the foundations of cloud computing? Whatever fields that you find yourself at all, one thing that stands out is you should understand how the fundamental works, because if you understand how the fundamental works, then you'll be able to avoid complex issues. So you must pay attention to understand how the fundamental work within that environment. So even in cloud computing, first you have to understand how the fundamentals are. For example, you're coming into the Microsoft space, there are exams that are fundamentals, right? The AZ900, the AI900, the MS900, SC900. I tell people most time, try to start from these ones before you jumping into the associates and the expert batches. Don't jump the gun, just take it easy, and then you will get there over time, right? So let's move on to the next point in our conversation. So while you are coming into the tech field, and then you are coming into cloud computing field, there are three major areas that you would want to choose one from, at least to start. The infrastructure as a service, you have the platform as a service, and then you also have the software as a service. So you choose to go with the one that speaks more to you, just so you are comfortable with one. And if you want to expand or extend or stretch to the next service, you can of course go there. Maybe you started with software and then you want to try to see what's happening in platform, or you started with platform and you want to know what is happening in infrastructure. But start with one, and start with the one that is easier for you. Like people who are very well aware of computing, like the hardware systems, want to start from infrastructure because they understand storage, they understand networking, they understand the computing as a whole. Therefore, people who come in from the coding background may want to start from platform as a service. So it depends on you, right? But if you're that kind of person who does not like coding and who was never used to anything in infrastructure concerning IT infrastructure on site, you may want to start with software as a service, because for me it looks simpler and look accommodating. So you could come in there, feel comfortable, and then you can stretch your hand or your leg, depending on what you want to stretch, to either platform or to software. But you can even be fine if you remain a professional in software as a service, right? So having said that, we'll just move on to the next one, which is about the skills that you need, the essential skills that you need for you to excel in your tech career is technical skill. Technical skill is very, very important, because as time progresses, you keep learning and then you should be becoming more technical as the day goes by. So technical skill is very important, and what follows is your soft skill. Technical skill is good, which is called a hard skill, but the soft skill is what is going to keep you on the job. So technical skill can take you to the door, can even take you into the house, but what makes you stay there is how much of communication skills that you have, how much of teamwork spirit that you have, how much of problem solving, how much of collaboration spirit that you have, that will determine how successful that you will be on the field. Then continuous learning, of course, like any other field, but especially in the tech field, Everything is changing per minute. So you have to keep yourself abreast of the information that is required of you to be on top of your game, so that you don't become archaic before you know it. So don't stick to what you know. Continue learning, and you shall become better by collaborating with people, using your soft skills as well. Now, if we also talk about the technical skill, like in deep down details, like if you come into the cloud computing, there is Azure, actually there is AWS, there is Google Cloud, there are others, but these are like the major players in the cloud computing industry. So if we speak about, after picking one of these ones that you want to work with, let's say in Azure, you want to say, okay, you're going for M365, which is software as a service, right? You have to carry one thing along, and that is cybersecurity. Remember that we define cloud computing as delivering cloud services over the internet, right? What that means is that your data is going to be traveling over the internet, your sign-ins are going to be traveling over the internet, so you have to carry security along. So whatever you're doing, you have to know how to secure those systems, how to secure those files, how to secure those credentials. So you have to always be aware that there are cyber criminals. So that's why you'll be hearing the word like authentication, authorization, multi-factor authentication, one-time password, and similar words like that. And then they tell you about zero trust and all of those things. You have to be cyber security aware. Whichever platforms you are taking, you have to be cyber security aware. So it's one of those things that will make you successful by coming into the cloud computing space. What about communication? We have actually demonstrated that. Then your problem solving skill, of course, it should be top notch. Try to improve on that every day, on how to isolate issues, right? You have to be very systematic in taking your decision to know what goes and what stays. Then your teamwork, of course, effective teamwork fosters collaborative atmosphere, leading to creative solutions and improved project outcome. Collaboration is key because you cannot do it alone in the cloud computing space. One very, very important and controversial thing that I must emphasize here is the importance of certifications and trainings. Yes, you will know these things as you keep working by the day, you keep getting better, but I will advise you that do not wait. As soon as you keep getting idea about the space, try to make sure that you are validating your skills, because certification in cloud computing can significantly enhance your professional credibility in the industry, which is going to make you more attractive to employers, right? So you see the certifications here are looking very nice. They're looking in different colors of different shapes, but it is not easy to have any of these ones. But if you choose to do it, it is not impossible either. You can go for it and make sure that you get what you are looking for. Go through the routes, read the materials that are required for you to read, do the labs that are required for you to do, go through everything, collaborate with people who have had these certifications before, fight to get them, because of course they will make you more relevant in the field. Certification is very important. Even though there are arguments to say that just know how to do it. Yes, I'm not arguing with you knowing how to do it. You should and must know how to do this thing. But when you know how to do them, please also try to have like a valid document that speaks to the fact that you know how to do what you say you can do by presenting a certification badge from the service providers, right? So obtaining relevant certification can improve your marketability, and it can help you stand out in the computing job market. So that's very important, even though some people argue that. So training is very important, like continuous learning that we mentioned. So training is very key. So online learning platforms are very important. You have LinkedIn learning platform where you can have some courses to do on LinkedIn, especially if you have the LinkedIn Premium. There is LinkedIn Learning, and even if you don't have the Premium, there is and you are coming into the Microsoft space, there's Microsoft Learn documentation. Other service providers to have their documentation that you may want to also go through. They are very important, simple, straight to the point, detailed, and even with sometimes you can even see lab environments there. What about GitHub? You can go to GitHub and see how you could do like nice demos there. If you go through Microsoft Learn, you can go to create your study plan and just keep yourself up to date with what is happening online, right? Then skill development. These resources can be essential for gaining relevant knowledge and skill necessary to excel in cloud computing. So while trying to do the online learning, it therefore means that you are also brushing up your technical skills, and that is very important for you to develop as someone who wants to succeed in the job market. Now, one other thing after doing all of certification, doing your online learning, doing all of that is networking. It is very and extremely important that you network with professionals who are in your field. It can actually lead to opportunities and valuable connection. Let's take, for instance, someone is looking for a replacement in my office. The next thing I want to look at is there anybody in my field, in my connection, that actually has this skill that they're looking for, so that I can recommend, right? And it is simpler when you are recommended by somebody inside, so it means that the person is vouching for you. So yes, connect with people, right? So leverage on personal project. This is very important, right? I tell people that, see, when you are trying to go look for a job, it's fine, absolutely fine, but when you read the job description and you see things that you do not know, it should also be like a study ground for you to take back those feedback from the JD, the job description, and see how you can build personal projects on those to showcase how you can do what is required of those roles, especially if you check 2, 3, 4 roles and you see one very common line that runs across all of them, a particular skill. It is an opportunity for you to sit down and develop personal projects, that you showcase those personal projects which can demonstrate your skill and your passion rather, to potential employers, setting you apart from other candidates. And that is very, very important. And then we'll have to stress on networking this time, because networking is like the heart of it. After the technical skill and your certification, networking is like very, very key. So participating in industry conferences, will allow you to meet with key players and to help you to learn about the latest trends, right? So there is need for you to network with people, go to conferences, online webinars, and all of that. Contribute during those conversations. Engage on LinkedIn, right? So we'll get to that. Actually, I was just jumping. So joining Meetup provide a relaxed environment. So join Meetup, webinars online from communities. You also have like WhatsApp groups that you can join, LinkedIn groups that you can join, and all of that. So connection on LinkedIn is also very important. So while trying to build your career, people have actually gotten to where you want to go to. So look for those persons, send them connection requests, follow them, and whatever post they are making, make your own comments there, read what they are writing. If you have questions on the comment section, be inquisitive. Write what you want them to tell you more if you want to learn more. From there, you'll be noticed that you are somebody who wants to learn. So connect on LinkedIn. Go to community platforms. Like in Nigeria, you have like the M35 Nigeria community, security community, Azure community, and all of that. Now it depends on areas that you want to go to. The data science group is there. Everything actually has group on WhatsApp, and WhatsApp can actually be like a very good connection point for you as well, apart from you engaging on LinkedIn, which is like paramount importance. So let's go on to building your portfolio. So when you have all of these certifications, when you have done all those your practice assessment, your lab environments, make sure you put all of them together. Make them populated on your portfolio. Your portfolio can maybe be on your LinkedIn profile. You can have website or your blog. You can upload these details that you are doing there, so that people get to know what you are engaged with inside. And because nobody comes to your house to know what you're doing. Don't do something and then keep it under your cupboard. No, write documents about what you are doing. Do videos on them if you were the type that can raise your voice and record your screen, so for people to see what you are doing. So put all of those things forward so that people can know what you are doing, and it's actually going to be of a very great help. Now, while we are trying to conclude, the major point that you should take away from here is your knowledge and your skill. You must make sure that you're sharpened every morning, and then you have to network with people. Networking is very, very important, and in all, if you put all this to practice, it's going to truly be very helpful. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, I think it is time for you to quickly hit your hand on the subscribe button. And if you've not liked this video yet, I think it is time for you to hit on the like button. If you have questions regarding the points that I've raised or how you can do what I have said, please just drop it in the comment section below, and I'll be very happy to hop on the call if possible to put you through or respond to your question in the comment section. So thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day ahead of you. Bye from here. Cheers.